broken in my
Let's just come back over here, okay?
I take it before I went to stream. Nothing's gonna bring him back. I've been grinding and grinding. I finally got his car, which...
The creature you are seeing right now is Twitch streamer Sierra Zaytuna. For the past week, Luna has been streaming dozens of hours, growing her fan base and having fun, while completely unaware that just a few feet away, someone has died.
It's been for about a month, it looks like. It's been gone at least a week.
Because inside her home, officers have just found her son, Zayd, dead. At first, they believed that what happened may have been a mistake, but over the course of this investigation, dark and disturbing secrets will reveal that this was no simple accident.
Crime scene doesn't lie, okay? You are not a victim, because we're at that fork. You're gonna go right or you're gonna go left.
On March 16th, 2023, Clinton Township, Michigan police respond to the home of Sierra Zaytuna and Jonathan Cheek. Sierra, an online streamer, is currently home alone and just made a horrific discovery. Her son Zayden deceased in his bed. Now, as the police arrive at the dilapidated home, they're about to stumble upon a nightmare no one was expecting.
Fire department, get down. Jesus.
Seconds later, first responders remove Zayden from the home. But as Sierra breaks down, the officers see his condition. Their reactions tell us everything we need to know about just how horrific this situation is.
Good God. What happened? Hey, stay right there. Sit down.
I had to
Sit down.
on him because
Sit
if
down.
he hears me say anything,
Sit down.
he'll freak
Sit.
out.
Sit.
But they've
Sit.
seen him
Sit.
choke me.
Sit.
They've
Sit.
seen
Sit.
him
Sit.
abuse.
Sit.
They've seen it all in this house.
Who?
John.
Who's John?
John's the dad.
Month, it looks like. Yeah. Right there.
Congrats, response report 437
On his way.
Watch her.
There's nothing in there.
Zero. Come on. You guys been here before? All the time.
Much to the authorities' relief, Sierra's older sons are discovered unharmed inside. But instead of explaining how she could let this happen to Zayden, she'll conveniently place all the blame on Jonathan.
Okay.
Can I grab the phone that at least has the proof that he admitted to his
So
parents
just one
what
second.
he did to him?
Just 1 second. We'll grab your phone, okay?
Where's the
I
child?
could have called the police on him, but
Where's Dad at?
he's avoiding coming back because I think he
What's his
knew.
name? They're like, dude, this kid has been gone at least a week. Okay.
It's not like we don't believe you, okay? You just gotta give us some time, okay?
Nothing's gonna bring him back.
What do you mean? What do you mean there's nothing that's gonna bring him back? What do you mean by that?
So we get here, screaming, dude. Her house. There's 2 other kids in there. This
I'll never be able to give them the life I imagined. I wanted to get in the house with a yard away from him, away from thing 1, which was also narcissistic, which is my oldest dad.
Hey, hold on. Who are you? Okay. Father?
Jonathan suddenly arrives, adding more confusion to the already chaotic scene. And while Sierra blames him for their son's death, he'll have an entirely different story for police, who struggle to come to terms with the horror of what they've seen.
When's the last time you seen, is that your son?
Yeah.
When's the last time you seen him? This morning? Okay. How was he this morning? Fine? Okay. What time did you see him this morning, roughly? About 12 a.m.? p.m.? p.m.? Okay. Put your hands behind your back, okay? Interlace your fingers.
Miss, what's your name again? Zia, you stand up for me?
Yeah.
Turn and face your house. Put your hands behind your back.
As Sierra is placed in the back of a police vehicle, she boasts of her supposed success in the online streaming business, a crucial clue as to how a tragedy like this could have happened.
You said you're getting ready to stream for 30 hours? What do you mean?
30 hours. Like, I get on a live stream and I talk to people and I run, like, activities, games. I have a projector for them to watch. I play video games with my viewers. I try to do as much as I
like
can to
through
keep
Twitch or whatever?
Yeah, and
Okay.
through Twitch, meet me and they send me diamonds and money. And
Okay,
they, like,
all right.
we've been racking up, I promise, like, just in the past 2 months, I
Okay.
bought us a car. I
All
was
right.
getting us a place.
Hang tight, okay?
Sierra and Jonathan are taken into custody, where Sierra continues to insist that Christopher is the one to blame for their son's death. And despite the horror of what she's done, she thinks she's actually going home afterwards.
I've been in the room constantly running those hours, but at the same time, like with the fights going down.
When you're in that room, how long are you in the room for? Like how many hours?
30 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours. Like I don't stop the stream, really.
So what you're saying is that how often do those streams go on for? Like are they
I stream every day.
So you're saying
every day.
You're saying you stream on what platform are we talking about? So you're saying that you're in that room for 30 hours at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're saying how do you use the bathroom at all? You come out of there?
I do.
Okay. When you're done streaming, do you have any interaction with your family, with John, with Damien?
It's not been healthy for a long time. A lot of the times there would be a lot of fighting or everything else, and he'd be like, go. I don't want to see you. You guys leave now. I'm like, how are we gonna leave now? Like after I was like, we're leaving, we're done, everything else like that. It started blowing up into fights like that, and him pushing me, get out my face, this, that, and running into the bathroom, slamming the door, this and that.
Okay.
And like he would not, up until the minute he was like, I admitted what I did to Zayden.
What room was he sleeping in?
The middle room.
The middle room?
Yeah.
Is that the one that
that's crowded? Just throws everything in.
There wasn't any really place for him to sleep.
There's no room to do anything.
Okay.
Much less walk.
Okay.
When everything started falling behind.
So it's your statement that he was showing signs of like not being like healthy weight right around his birthday. Mm-hmm. I know you guys had a birthday celebration for him. I noticed there was cake and there was some stuff in there.
Yeah.
Did he have any of the cake?
Yeah, and that's what I was going to take him another piece because I want him to fatten up quick. So I was like, I don't care if it's what time of day it is. I'm taking a piece. I don't even know where that piece of cake is chilling now. I dropped it when I seen it.
It looked like good cake, but did he have more than one piece?
Yeah. When
you got off that streaming platform, how many times throughout the day? You took breaks, used the restroom, grabbed something to drink. Did you ever check in on him?
Barely.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. But you said you gave him cereal. I gave him cereal.
Yeah. Those few times I would check on him, I was like, okay, give him what he needs, and everything else, I check him.
If it isn't obvious, streaming for her small fan base of mostly men is far more important to Sierra than motherhood. And while she's quick to blame Jonathan for what happened, she also admits to doing below the bare minimum to care for him. But detectives see a familiar pattern because her own, including Zayden, has been placed in foster care at multiple points in their lives. And while Zayden was said to be well cared for with his foster family, things took an immediate turn as soon as he was placed back in his parents' care.
What prompted you to call 911 today? What happened today?
I seen him looking.
Okay. And I
wanted to save him. I wanted him to come home. I wanted him back. I couldn't believe that I had been trying so hard, that I had not paid attention, that I had let that happen. That's what they said, not to move him. And I was like, well, that's already too late.
Okay. Which bed was he in? Because there was no bed in the room that he was staying in.
There's no bed.
Is there a bed in there?
There was a bed.
You said the center room. Can you just, is it a crib or is it a bed?
Yeah, it's a crib.
Okay. Can you...
There's no sheet on it like there should have been. And it's 100% like this. It's gross. It's got food and stuff on it. My biggest fear after everything that's happened, it was honestly my fault for thinking that like the world's shitty and unfair. With everything that had happened with the first case, I was just scared that like, okay, like they're not going to listen to me when I explain what happened with the car. They're not going to listen to me when I explain that we couldn't get to the swims. I just kept thinking, I can get us out of here. I can fix this situation, and then everything will be okay again. I thought that because we didn't take him to the doctor so long, I thought that they would think that it was intentional or something.
So you were afraid that they were gonna
keep doing that to me.
They were gonna, take him away.
How did all the kids have breakfast?
Okay.
Like he told me everybody. breakfast.
When was the last?
And then on top of it, he told the cops when the cops got there that he checked on him this morning.
When was the last time?
You guys aren't gonna lock me up for what I said out there earlier about wanting to kill John, right?
Oh no, that's fine.
And just now, detectives see the depths of Sierra's delusions. Because despite admitting to ignoring her son until the very worst happened, she thinks that the crime she's really in danger of being jailed for is an idle threat to Jonathan. But the question detectives want to know now proves she's just as guilty for what happened to her son as anyone.
Like, that's why I've been trying to, like, I know I heard him yesterday, and I could have sworn it was either yesterday morning or the morning before. That's what I'm trying to remember, because I was on the phone for the last 3 nights trying to get money to get the divorce and get out. So it was either because I remember one of the nights, it was at 3 or 4 in the morning. I stopped in and checked because he was crying, and I changed him and laid him back down. And I took out the that was left in there.
The idea that Jaden's condition had become so dire in just a few days' time is beyond ridiculous. Because while Sierra claims she checked on him and even heard him in his room, there's simply no way this is true. But in a chaotic household like theirs, it's no surprise the situation tipped well past tragic and into a terrible crime.
No one actually has a schedule in the house.
Can you walk me through a typical?
Okay. I really can't because it's been a minute. Like, if my typical days are different than what he's even been going through since I've been working.
So explain to me a typical day for you then. Because earlier you mentioned that you showered around 11 o'clock. Start from where you think it's important. Tell me a typical day for you.
Well, a typical day for me before I started working, before I started doing any of this, how I would normally do is I'd wake up at 8 o'clock. I'd get my smoke session in because I knew out of the pain I'd go in. I'd smoke, do what I need to do till about 8:30. 9 o'clock, 9:30, I want the kids up. That's normally when I wake them up after I'm already done and have everything going for me. Everybody eats. And then after everybody eats, the kids go back to their room. They play. And for him, he would get TV before I got taken out of his room and unplugged and shit got crowded in there and shit. And he'd get toys. Sometimes he'd be out in the living room before the living room mess because he don't want to do shit. The playpen used to be up in there. The last time I think the playpen was January.
When did you begin streaming?
I began streaming really hard. I began around Halloween. And then I began streaming extra hard hours soon after Christmas, because I was heartbroken that I couldn't give them anything. I was heartbroken that I couldn't give them much. I wanted to give them more than what I gave them. I got them some fidgets, got them a couple dino toys, couple shit like that, but that wasn't enough. Plus, on top of it, that morning, John had gone.
So after Christmas was when you really started streaming
Hard. Because I was like, we got to get out of here.
Like 30 hours, long sessions. Was it at that point that you kind of took a step back from the kids and let John do a lot of the caretaking?
Me, for so long, I've done nothing. He's not worked.
Yep.
He doesn't help clean. He doesn't do anything. Okay. And so it's my fault for being stubborn, for thinking you can do something. You can just. And like, we would fight all the time. I'd be like, okay, I'd come out at 11 o'clock, kids didn't have breakfast. Why? They're supposed to have breakfast. So that becomes a fight. That becomes an issue. And then his type of fights is, okay, let's break everything in the house and send her into a breakdown to where she just doesn't fight. Like, he just games all day. He would get up and respond supposedly when he was needed, and that's it. That's legit what he told me. He's like, I take care of the kids. That's all I need to do.
You had mentioned that you put out food, right? And John was supposed to be feeding it to the kids.
Yeah.
Where would the kids typically eat?
In their room or at the table until it got too bad. In the room as of recently, since he broke that door and took their door off. And after he took their door off, he started getting upset. Kids got into the desk out there that he keeps as his with all his stuff. And I guess something was taken out of it or whatever. He knows they did it. So he started keeping the gate up. so he knows if they sneak out or not, other room and into his stuff. And I'm like, dude, this shouldn't even be like this. Since he controls the house and he runs it, and it's going to run forever until the way he wants to, until the day he dies.
When you stream, what are you doing on streaming? Are you talking to people? Are you playing games?
Talking, hangman, video games, everything. Anything and everything that they want to do.
Okay. And does John come in the room when you're doing that?
No, not really.
Why not?
Because he doesn't want nothing to do with it. Last time he came in, they're like, oh, that's him. Like, and he's like, and like, he also threatened, like, the next time I out any of the shit he's done, like when I told him about the door with the, like, cause I was trying to get away from him, the screwdriver, and I had showed them that if I show them anything that he does again, he's gonna break my shit. So I didn't, and they've seen when he threw the Xbox at the back of my head, they've seen that. Well, they didn't see it, they heard it.
As Sierra blames her husband for what happened, he'll have a very different version of events. But one thing stays the same. Despite Zayden being in his current state for possibly weeks, Jonathan implausibly claims he was alive when he checked on him this morning.
When I got up this morning, made sure I gave him a bottle. He was fine then. Okay. Then I checked him again at noon. He was sound asleep. And then I come get a call around 3 o'clock that she's in a hyperventilated state. I said, okay, I'm not even going to bring the car home. I'm going to send my mom drive me. Okay. Have my dad work on the brakes. And
do you know, like, what he ate, like, the day before?
Yeah, last night he had 2 bottles. So I put saltines crackers in there for him. He ate those last night because they were empty this morning. So I refilled those. He likes crackers. If I had Ritz, I'd be using Ritz. But
so for like a solid food?
Solid food, and I'm going to go for vegetables, mashed potatoes, green beans, you know.
Okay.
Normals.
And then
mac and cheese.
So you said yesterday he had 2 bottles.
After I got home from doing all my running for work.
Okay.
My fun jobs and everything.
Okay.
But he's had, like, we're all out of canned foods now because of him, so.
Okay. Like canned food in terms of what?
Green beans, peas, tomatoes, diced potato.
If you open up a can of green beans, are we talking like a green bean that's cut to about like that size? How does he eat that? Will he use his hands or does he use a fork?
No, he goes his hands and he goes for it.
And he likes the green beans? Man, wish I could get a kid to eat vegetables like that.
You said you're out of cans because of him?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning what, he eats them all? Or
yeah.
How many cans do you think you go through a couple of days?
If I'm feeding him, I'll make sure that I go through way too much. But on normal days, 8 to 10.
8 to 10 cans of food?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
So he's got a good appetite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's got a high metabolism like I do. I used to be able to eat and never get a pound.
When it comes to the food and the appetite thing, have the doctors recommended any type of special diet for him, or no?
No. The only thing that they recommend is just to get, if his nutrition does go down, just to get one of the Ensure drinks, mix that with one of his bottles if that's the case. But we never had to do that.
Never had to do that. When was the last time he was at a pediatrician?
Last year.
Okay. Was that for like would that be like right around his birthday? Okay. And then did he get a pediatrician visit this year at all?
No, I forgot.
Okay.
We have a schedule for next month, actually.
Where was last year's at? Where'd you guys go?
It was at like 26 in Gratiot. It's her doctor. I don't know the name of it.
26 in Gratiot? Do you know the name of the hospital or the doctor's office?
No, not off the top of my head.
Did you go with her? Or?
No. I don't go with her.
I'm just trying to figure out like what your daily routine is and what he eats and how you parent and how Sierra parents and if there's any differences on care levels or anything like that.
I grew up in a strict household where my dad basically ruled the house.
Okay.
And I've already noticed I'm doing the same thing in my house. To where she's the fun one, I'm the strict one.
Mm-hmm.
So
in terms of strictness, like
I don't let anything slide. If you ain't doing something if you were told to do something and you ain't doing it, You might want to start with that recall.
Did you ever get concerned recently about his weight?
No, just except when I just increased his food.
Right, so you increased his food for the reason of what?
I just know that I was losing weight.
So he just
didn't understand why. I just figured maybe he's just not eating enough or something. So.
And that was just 2 days ago. Okay.
I noticed it last week. And
Considering detectives know the truth about how long Zayden's been deceased, the restraint these detectives are currently showing is beyond impressive. Because everything Jonathan's been saying so far has been nothing but lies. And that won't change anytime soon.
You understand that we're here to figure out what happened, right? We're not pointing fingers and we're not assigning blame. We just want to know, like, what happened.
All I remember seeing is that one day he just stopped. He just didn't look right.
Okay. Let's back up. Let's back up before that. Let's go back to like December. Okay. How do you look in December?
Healthy. He was up walking around.
Did you guys take him anywhere? Did you visit? Did you go to grandma's house? Did you go to grandpa's house? Did you go to aunt and uncle's house?
Don't let my mom see my kids.
Okay.
Well, none of my relatives want anything to do with me.
At what point did you get concerned that maybe the things you were doing weren't effective?
Yesterday.
Okay. And what was it about yesterday that you said something is not right?
Just because he only had that one bottle.
Jonathan's tactic of lying to police about his son's condition seems to be something he has in common with Sierra, who continues to insist that it was all his fault. But the lame defense is wearing thin, and detectives have been talking to a witness Sierra clearly has an issue with, her mother-in-law.
If I give him what he wants, he doesn't act out. If I don't give him what he wants, he's a nightmare.
And what does that mean? What if you give him what he wants?
If I don't argue him, if I don't fight him, like if I just do, just live the way he wants to live, accept him for him. And I don't want to do that. Denying him gets him pissed off. Correcting him gets him pissed off.
John's mom mentioned that you didn't allow her to see the kids since last summer. Is there a reason for that?
No, I have. She refused to come over and see the kids. Even when the house was clean, refused to come give them their Christmas presents. And even John told me, like, oh, she took their their presents back. I'm like, then what does she need to be around for? She doesn't care.
Let me ask you this. So what you're saying is that it would be untruthful for John's mom to say that she had presents for the kids. She wanted to see the kids at Christmas. She still has those presents. But
if she says she still has those presents, I can prove that they were posted up. She's trying to sell them. Okay. Even John had said she's sending them back and getting rid of them. I said, if she don't want to come over here to see the kids, that's fine.
But it's your statement that she didn't want to come see the kids. It wasn't because you wouldn't allow her to see the kids.
It's been 2 years, and she could come over to the house anytime she did. She actually has come over to the house for her son to drop off food to this, that, and the other. You can't sit here and visit. You can't take the kids. There's a park. You can't take the kids to the park for 20 minutes.
I'm going to step out for a minute. I need to use the restroom if I can be excused.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So you good?
What was I?
Yeah.
I'm going to step out for a minute.
I forgot what I was listening. I was in the middle of answering one of your questions and I lost it.
Might come back to you.
I don't remember what I was answering. My mind's just kind of flying everywhere.
What were your other two sons? What is their sleep schedule like? What time do they typically go to bed?
10 o'clock.
What time do they typically wake up?
Like 8, 9 o'clock.
And they sleep in that?
Boo normally wakes up earlier because of the fact that when he's over by his dad's, like they get up really early. So half the time he's like, I want to go back to bed, and they'll sleep till like 10 or something now. Yeah. That's not the schedule that I like them on.
Okay. Did you ever? So how was John around the kids?
Like, he always seemed good. I never thought that it would ever be like this. I'm still trying to figure it out. It just doesn't make sense.
Seems good.
Like, when we'd be at the park and we're fighting for them, he'd be running around, making them laugh. Making Boo think, like, It honestly felt like he was Boo's dad. Like, I just don't understand.
Thanks for letting me step out for a minute.
Now that the detective is back from his bathroom break, he'll confront Sierra with some hard truths about her situation.
Sierra, I wanted to transition back here, okay? And I wanted to kind of tell you a little bit about what we do here, okay? As I stated before, I'm a detective, and my partner, Detective Smith, we work within our criminal investigation division here at the Clinton Township Police Department. One of the things that we've learned over the years is that we've learned about all kinds of different types of investigations, but more specifically in relation to this, I don't think we've ever seen a case this horrendous. And I'm going to explain this to you why, okay? Science doesn't lie, okay? We have a whole team of people we work with. We work with other detectives within our unit. We have supervisors. We have crime scene technicians. We have medical examiners that come out to the scenes. We have all kinds of different people that we work with. It's unequivocally, without a doubt, that extended period of time. I would have to rank this as probably one of the worst cases I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've been a police officer for 21 years. Detective Smith's been in law enforcement for 10 plus years.
But you guys can look at the pictures of him, like, legit this past Halloween.
Okay, well, hang on a second. So this started in Halloween, is what you're saying?
Right.
Okay.
Just Halloween. He was sitting there, and he was healthy. So
you're saying that he was healthy in Halloween, and then all of a sudden it just came on?
I'd say no. Okay. Like, it over time.
So is it your statement that this has been going on since Halloween?
I don't know if he's not been feeding him every single time.
Okay, well, let me stop you there. Okay, I'm going to stop you. Okay.
I know that he was good with me taking care of him, and then when I fully indulged myself.
Sierra, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to think about this real quick. Okay, I want you to take a truly an in-depth look into yourself right now. Okay? Because science doesn't lie. Okay? The photographs and the images that we had to observe today don't lie. The crime scene doesn't lie. Okay? You are not a victim here. You are not a victim. You are responsible
for his death. You
are responsible for a portion of his passing. It's not just on you, but you are responsible.
I know
okay?
this.
And I refuse to allow you to sit here and tell a story that is intertwined with untruthful statements. Sierra, let me explain something to you, okay? We're dealing with and I would take a breath here because I'm trying to help you.
I know.
Okay?
But
listen to me. Listen.
I let
you hang on a second. I let you talk for an extended period of time to get an understanding of who you are and to get a full perspective of what's going on here. Okay? But you're at a fork in the road. Okay? The fork in the road is you're going to go right and continue to tell this story that is part of statements that are not necessarily accurate, or you're going to be completely honest and completely forthcoming.
After listening to Sierra's lies for the entire interview, the detectives finally call her out. And even after that, she seems intent on continuing the unbelievable story. But this time, they won't let her get away with it so easy.
Like, when he was crying, I remember being on the phone. I remember getting off. That's why I was saying, like, I did tell the cop earlier today, like, let me, like, double check. Because I was like, wait, I have been.
Well, here's the thing, right? And this is where we're at an impasse here, right? And this is where it gets really, really frustrating for us as investigators, okay? And I want you to be incredibly forthcoming and honest at this very point, because we're at that fork in the road. You're going to go right or you're going to go left, right? And other people are going to look at this. They're going to see this. Okay. What I want is a complete and accurate timeline. Do you understand? What is the accurate timeline? I'm going to ask you one last time.
I'm thinking. Let me think. Because I don't think it was around my birthday. Like, yeah, it might have been around my birthday because I was freaking out about Boo's birthday and his. But he was fine around Halloween. I carried him. He was out in public. And how he was.
What kind of costume did he have on?
Costume.
Sounds really nice.
It was.
There's
it was adorable.
pictures of that in your phone?
Yes.
When did you stop taking pictures of the two of you guys together? Was it around your birthday? Then we've got November, we've got December, we've got January, and we've got February. So at any point in time
Anytime between that, I didn't take Christmas pictures because I was depressed. The house was a mess. There was what is there to remember then?
Okay, understood.
I was tired of every.
Hey, your birthday is an important time. It's right around Valentine's Day, right? You have 3 little boys that love you dearly, okay? It's a great time to take pictures. Did you stop taking pictures because he was exhibiting? Want any of that to get out?
No. I was absent as what I should have been as a mother. That's like, if you don't understand the terms I'm saying it in.
I get it, but what I want...
that's why I say I feel guilty because, I already said I should have continued being the one to do everything. Everything. Because I'm the only one out of everybody for some reason that was capable.
While Sierra was certainly capable of conning men online out of money, her skills as a mother were sorely lacking. And despite already admitting her own role in what happened, she doesn't appreciate detectives making her feel guilty.
Sierra, back to the timeline. Okay, we've established that you've worked really hard and you're trying to maintain a real
I get that, but you're establishing the fact of how I should feel like shit because I should have been active. I should have noticed. I should have been doing something. I should have called help.
Sierra,
I should have this.
There is,
and I'm admitting
I explained
that.
to you, and I appreciate that. Thank you for admitting that. I appreciate you. I applaud you for admitting that. But what I need from you, isn't that's commendable. I appreciate you being honest about that. But I want an accurate timeline.
I am.
All right, is it your statement?
Those times that I've spent practically my life back there in that room, I would come out and I would periodically check on things. Not the way I should have, but periodically. And over time, I did notice okay, why do I see? All right, he's like, oh, you got a fast metabolism. That's why when I told you about the excuses I was getting, then this, that, and then when he started really getting, then when it really hit me, and I'm like, oh my God, he's like skin. Like when I told you, I realized, and that's when I realized. But you're telling me. No, that's when I realized because I was a piece of shit because I cooped up in a room for so long that I didn't realize the way I should have until it was damn near night.
Is it your truthful and accurate statement that you found him, as hard as this might be to be forthcoming about, that you found him today deceased?
Yes.
So if we were to have medical,
if you're telling me the fact that he didn't die
I'm asking,
today,
we're going to find out.
I know this, but I want to find out too because, like I said, I haven't been as attentive and active as I should have been as of recently. These past few months out of these years that I've been the one doing everything.
What months would you say it started for you not being as attentive and as involved as you should have been?
Since trying to get out of here, since waking up and realizing, hey, I can't lay in bed and want to just die every day. I need to get us out of here. Because if I don't get us out of here, it's never going to get better. I'm the only one capable. That's why I started doing that. I was like, okay, what can I do work-wise? I started doing donations, grinding on live, doing what I can. Donation was taking up a lot. Plus, he also was so he's using his dad and his dad, controlling that. And he's like, you can only have it if you go to work. Dude, don't want to go to work. Keeps losing in and out the car. So that was
Sierra, let me bring you back
reliable financial-wise to get them out of there.
We understand that and we appreciate that. We understand what you're saying.
But you're asking me when. When I started diving into how can I get my kids money because I'm disabled because there's no way to get the money I need unless I'm out on the street. That's the only way I couldn't. I was trying to find any way other than the most disrespectful way for me and my kids to get out.
Sierra, I'm not asking that.
I ended up making the wrong decision and completely lost him.
And thank you for sharing that.
I just want all I ever wanted was my babies and me to be together and be happy. That's why I fought those 2 years. That's why I did what I did. That's why I was terrified to lose him. I just really didn't think that his dad would be capable of just not, and that he would lie.
Well,
I don't.
Sierra, this unfortunately is
I feel
of two parents, not just him. I know.
Responsibility to two parents. I've been the only one since day one.
Okay.
And he couldn't do a single dime.
Well, do you have anything else, Detective Smith?
Like, okay. I did my best. Like, I failed, though.
Okay.
I could have done better. I should have called him help.
I appreciate that. I thank you for
it. I don't care if you appreciate it. It doesn't bring him back. It doesn't fix anything. It doesn't take back anything. It doesn't fix the decision. It doesn't tell me where I should have made a better decision, not just then, but way before then. Because all my mind can think of is where down the timeline could I have made a decision where this would have never even became a thing. I've questioned myself, should I have even started fighting to leave him? If I would have just stayed with him, stayed obedient, this wouldn't have happened.
Well,
if I would have just kept cleaning the house, kept taking care of everybody.
That house, you called 911 today. You had access to 3 phones. You spent 30 hours a day, talking to people on the interweb and doing all that stuff. You had every opportunity to call 911, to get medics there. You saw in a matter of a lickety split second, you had FD, you had 4 police cars there that were trying to save. That's the problem.
I get that, and you're only looking at the end of the day. You're looking at him.
Stand up for me. Stand up for me.
Saying,
turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
All right.
You're under first degree.
I knew. If I would have called way sooner, what would have happened?
The answer to Sierra's question is simple. If she had called for help sooner, Zayden would still be alive. But she didn't, and now her and Jonathan would face the consequences. Both pled no contest to charges of second-degree murder and second-degree. They were found guilty. Jonathan Cheek was sentenced to 24 to 50 years for second-degree murder and 86 months to 10 years for additional charges. Sierra Zaytuna received the same charges and was sentenced to 24 to 50 years for second-degree murder, plus an additional 43 months to 10 years. Thanks for being here. 80% of everyone watching isn't subscribed. If you got something out of this video, subscribing is free, and it's the single biggest way you can support the channel. If you want to watch more videos just like this, check out one of our most watched cases right here, or our latest upload right here.